Welcome back to Safeclean-Walkingtv. Today, this video is how we're going to remove ink from carpet. Permanent, Sharpie, we have a biro ink, we have maybe a whiteboard ink, we even have printer ink. We're going to make some ink stains, as many as possible. So this one here is permanent ink. Okay, that's a permanent Sharpie. This is a whiteboard. I'm not sure if it's, yeah, that's a whiteboard. This one's whatever it is, a Stabro. Okay. Another. Okay, so this one here now is going to be a bit of a task. We need is a biro, but in order to get the ink out of the biro, we're going to have to cut it and hope that we get some ink out of it. Can you see it, guys? Getting a bit of biro ink out. Okay, that's as much as I can get out at the moment, guys. Can you see it? You're gonna need maybe a toothbrush, a white cloth if you have it. If not, paper towel will be sufficient enough. You're gonna need some just plain water. I put in this bottle earlier, and then most of all you're going to need some ethanol, denatured. As a professional carpet cleaners, we use dedicated stain removers, and we use our machines to remove those stains whilst using the chemicals. But this is just something that you can actually use. You're able to pick this up online or from a hardware store, and you can get it in little 100 mils or even 50 mils depending on the ink stain. So first, some measuring cup, just to make it easier to use. I'm just going to pour some in the measuring cup, a little bit, so I'm not just using the bottle. And what we're going to do, we're just going to pour on half of each of these stains, just like that. Yeah. And what we're going to do, we're going to leave that for 5 minutes. So, those of you who have your watches on, start counting down for 5 minutes, and then I'll show you the next step. 5 minutes is now gone, guys. This is where you need either a paper towel or a white cloth. So what you don't want to do, you don't want to be rubbing these marks into the carpet. You just want to go over the stain and just blot away. When I say blot, it's literally, that's blot. That's what we call blot. So we just go for this one here. I think this was the printer ink. We're just going to go and blot away. Yeah. We're just going to blot. So we're only doing half of the ink mark. Okay. Can you see it, guys? Yeah. Then we'll move along. Try this one here. This also works if the stain is dried. Remember, permanent marker is permanent. Yeah. So when you're blotting away and you've got rid of some of the stain and you've seen it's transferred to the paper towel, move to the next area of the paper towel to blot away, and as not to put the stain back into the carpet. Okay. The viral ink. Can you see it disappearing, guys? I'm gonna further do these just to show you it's completely removed. Okay. So now I'm going to use this because the tissue, the paper towel sort of soaks up and gets, you know. So this is why I suggest using a cloth towel that you can get sort of more without it sort of soaking up the paper towel. Always moving along. Yep, don't use the same area of the towel. And if you see it's not completely gone, just repeat the process, guys. You can repeat the process. So you're just going to put a little more, as you can see right here. This is not completely disappeared here, up to that area, so that and below. All of these ones are gone. Yeah. So I'm just going to repeat that process on this one here. Yeah. And then what about if we just go over these ones here? I'm going to leave that again for 5 minutes. So this is something anybody can pick up. Your local website that buys and sells, you should be able to get this. I'll leave a link for Amazon. If you happen to purchase it from my link, I will be paid a little subsidy from that purchase, not from yours but from Amazon. We're going to leave that again for 5 minutes, and if you haven't got a wet vac, what we call a wet vac, I'll leave it in the description. Just like a little Bissell or something like that. Or you can just have a shop vac, whatever wet and dry vac that you may have will be better, but you can remove these ink stains with just a towel, because this is 5 or 6 stains. You wouldn't necessarily have that, you know. I'm just giving you a demonstration. So I'm going to remove it with this, and then I'm going to show you why we use a little bit of water, which would be what you would use if you didn't have the machine. Okay, so I'm going to show you with the water, and then I'm going to show you with the machine. And I'll leave a link in the description so you can see, guys. So we'll give that again 5 minutes. It's good to leave, when you're putting on chemicals on carpet, that you give it a dwell time. Dwell time meaning you leave it enough time to work its magic in the stains, and then by extracting using your extractor machine, which is just a simple little shop vac, probably you would pick one up for $30, especially on those selling websites, $30 or you know, £25 or something like that. You'll be able to pick it, and they're really good to have at home, just for those spills that you have at home. You can quickly just take that out and bam, you've got rid of it. Always good to have these chemicals at home. I'll give you a link in the description that you can have these chemicals at home. You know, that one here, I'll show you a video where we use this acetone, how we can get rid of certain stains, and isopropyl. I'll leave the link in the description, but I've done a video on how this removes a lot of household food stains in it. I'll leave a link in the description and you'll see on that video. So we're at about 3 minutes here, so let's go again and see what we can remove. We're just gonna blot away. Can you see it disappearing, guys? when using this chemical, guys, it's a good idea to wear gloves because chemicals can damage your skin. So it's a good idea always to wear gloves when using chemicals. The one that's left, funny enough, is a whiteboard marker, which we all know that a whiteboard marker, you're able to wipe that off, and that seems to be the one that stays in. But as I said, if you could just keep repeating the process, as you can see it's disappearing. If you just repeat the process over and over, the more you repeat it. So what I would do now is try to rinse out the chemical out of the car. So this would be like using a machine to extract. You're just trying to get as much of the chemical that you've put in the car, but you're just trying to rinse it out. Let's just rinse it out. This is where the ink and the yellow marker, you're just trying to rinse it out, guys. That's how we do it. You can just press on it there, and as you can see, it's turning the cloth a different colour. That means it's extracting. This is like extracting. Okay, so we're left with this one here, which now this is where the toothbrush can come in handy, because stain gone right down onto the fibre. I might have pressed too hard when doing that one. Can you see it disappearing, guys? That's because it was deep down on the fibres. Yeah, I've got a little bit more. And we're just washing it away. Okay, so as a carpet cleaner, we would use an extractor at this point just to extract away any final residue. You can still see that slightly there, and you can see a slight bit of red there. Just going to put a little more of the chemical on it, bit it on the red there. This one here, and then we're gonna just use the toothbrush just to be careful. If it's a white carpet that you're using, always blot. I'm just trying to make it work its way into the fibres. If you can, the longer you leave this sitting is the better the results. If you just put it on and try to just take it off straight away, it hasn't had enough time to dwell. So let's give it a little. Can you see it's almost disappeared, guys? Can you see it? I'll give you a close-up. Yeah, right there. How many times now have I put the chemical on? Just leave it. Depending on the ink, you just want it to just dwell a little time. So we're just going to give that 5 more minutes. There's some ink I found there, so we're just going to leave that to dwell for 5 minutes, and then we'll blot away and extract. Slightly still there, guys. Let's give it another. Sometimes, remember this one is the one which is a whiteboard marker. This one should be the easiest one to remove. Stains, that's why they're called stains. See there, guys? As long as you get the chemical into the fibre and not just sitting on top of the carpet, you will remove that stain. Okay, because the stain, why it becomes a stain is because it's sitting in the fibres, and as opposed to just sitting on the top of the carpet. So if you can get it right down, then you can remove it. So that's how you remove ink stains, guys, from carpet. So I'm going to leave a link in the description for the ethanol denatured. As I said, we would use water in a spray bottle, just literally spraying some water just to rinse it out, and then you'd use paper towels just to blot away at any of the marks. And as you can see, just blot away like that, guys. As you can see, we've removed the marks, and there we go, guys. There's the results. So thanks for watching, guys. As I said, I'll leave a link in the description of the things that I used. If you like my content, guys, please like, share and subscribe. Comments for you guys. So look out for the next one. The next one will be how to remove, I believe, nail polish. So for you ladies who spill your nail polish on your carpet or your furniture, I'm going to show you how you can remove that. So see you on the next one, guys, and thanks for watching.